Hey guys, I just put a little video together of me taking a couple of screenshots here of Chrono Odyssey. I have a couple of screenshots of me getting behind the closed beta wall. There's a blue invisible wall. Not really invisible. You walk up, it looks like cracked blue uh, glass or something. One of the towns, once you get past it, NPCs are floating all around. Some of them gathered up like this with like Korean text. You see this in different places. Like I think that some places are supposed to be where they're inserting a boss. A couple of dungeons have it. It's just kind of just weird stuff going on. Of course, we weren't supposed to go and see these parts of the game, so there is that. Went the wrong direction. Here was another screenshot I took, um, and you can see these weird like little aliens stuff. There's some probably an entrance to a dungeon. This is snow biome area. There's like a giant ravine between two mountainous sides, and you can either cross up top up here. Uh, one of the sight stones is up here, and another one's at the end of this. It opens up the next section. Um, yeah, it was definitely kind of an interesting place to be. There really wasn't all that many mobs, monsters or NPCs to kill. Most of this was empty. There was a few on this like little bridge that goes across. You can actually go underneath here. Stuff is just kind of there floating around. Off to the left of this, there was a bunch of like weird Lego block looking assets. I didn't take a screenshot of it. I should have, but they kind of just like little orange blocks all stuck together, and they formed like what looked like almost big giant Legos. It was kind of interesting to look at. Some of it was cool to see. Some of it was just very random. Um, as I was wandering through, it was a lot of broken assets, a lot of just empty space too, and it was very unoptimized. It was very jittery. Basically, when I was running through the rest of the map, the normal map you're supposed to be as part of the closed beta, it was fairly smooth-ish. Right, I was getting about 60 frames a second on average with a 3090 and a 5950X. Dipped down to 49 here, and I sometimes go above 60, but I never really got below 49. Never really went above 70. And that was at Epic settings default, and that's also the motion blur turned off because I can't stand that. So um, when you got out to here, it stuttered like crazy. I could run for a minute and then it just lock up, stutter, and then go again. I don't know if that's because the server didn't have anybody there, so it didn't have the assets loaded, and it was loading them as I was going through. Which a lot of streaming servers, that's how that works. So I imagine that maybe with more people out here, the servers have been used to loading that data. But when I was basically the only one out there, yeah, it wasn't gonna load this for anybody. So it was like, oh wait, I gotta load this because something's requesting this, and yeah, I got sent it. So it was very interesting because definitely even when afterwards, it would definitely drop my frame rates. Not just the stutter jerks, but it just a lot of the areas were kind of badly unoptimized. I'd get some stuff into like 30 frames per second. Not the stutter jerks, which are the loading stuff, but just like textures and frames just being off. And you could tell it was pretty off. And then as soon as you stop looking for that area wherever it was, it would actually go back to being better. So definitely was not optimized in that manner. It was fun because I like this kind of stuff as a software developer myself, who's done software testing like this. And I used to, long story short, one time I had a tester account when I used to, when EverQuest first came out back in the 90s. I had a tester account directly with them when they were under the management of Verdant before Sony bought them out. And I used to find stuff like this and things to do all the time, especially when I was in the original closed beta all the way up to the open beta and then afterwards. So it was definitely fun. Having to submit reports and stuff like that for this kind of stuff back then. Got to play for free, but it is what it is. But this was some good stuff. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of that time back almost 30 years at this point of doing that kind of stuff. So running around, seeing all the stuff that they're trying to build and stage and move around. You can see stuff with clumps of assets and things they were trying to have ready to go. I don't know how far along they are right now. They various Twitter posts by the company or people within the company or CEO, whatever, has stated that this was an old build. I'm not sure how true that is or how much older it is in this. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to deploy a lot of scripts and assets and move things around. Um, and just to get them kind of in a basic working order. So, as far as quests and the quest engine and stuff like that, again, it's all fine tuning, and it does take time. It does take a bit of effort, but optimization is a little bit different. And we start having to mess with some of the engine and the assets and go it over with that. That takes a lot more time, and I don't know if they are going to be able to do that by this year. So based off of what I'm seeing, and depending on how old this is, and yeah, I guess they were trying to figure out how optimized it would be with a larger number of players playing it right now. Um, it was playable. Definitely did not look like any of the original trailer videos that I went back and rewatched, but definitely playable. Personally, I'll try and give it a go on the next closed beta. Maybe I'll take some more screenshots of whatever areas are also blocked by us, and if I can get into them this time. Uh, I know there's a few others that figured it out as well. I actually did not do this myself. I found somebody else that had done it, and they told me the secret magic to get behind that wall. But I'm sure if they posted a video on it, you can go find it. But it was fun for what it was. Here's to wishing the best for them, and thanks for watching.